Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. How you doing? I hope everyone's doing really well. I'm doing really well. Nice and early in the morning. Well, it's not that nice and early in the morning, but it is fairly early in the morning compared to when I normally do my videos. But as you can see, we've got a couple of little videos in here. I hope you enjoyed the little bonus video that I posted last night that me and James done a few like little friendly battles in the clan. So we're going to go ahead and open up these. We got a Hog Rider, that was pretty nice. The Mortar, that's a little bit trollish. Minion Horde, which is pretty damn nice. Mortar, which is even more trollish again. That's nice. Some Infernos, a little bit underpowered right now, but I think it'll come into its own eventually, which I really hope so, because it's quite a good card. Even Fire Spirits, even though the Fire Spirits are very OP, I kind of think that 10 second span for 2 Fire Spirits is a little bit long. I think maybe they should change that to about 7 seconds, and it would make the Furnace a lot more viable tower, especially for defending. But as you can see, guys, we have lost quite a lot of trophies over the last day, well, the last few hours, because we've been mucking about, we've been playing different boards, even though we have had some fun in the clan, we've also had some fun in standard exhibition battles, so it's been quite fun. Also, we have been playing a lot, and I mean a lot, of level 10s. It's been ridiculous. But I want to go ahead and I don't want to share. I want to show you this match here. Now, obviously, this match is a win, but the reason why I want to show you this is because I've been seeing a lot of people, like, obviously I watch a lot well, I don't watch a lot of videos, but I watch a few other YouTubers play this game, and obviously the biggest one is Molt and Chief Pat, Nick and Knight. They're the 3 main ones that I check out. But I've been seeing so many people obviously turning around and saying, "Oh my god," like down in their chat, like, how do you beat a Sparky and stuff? And obviously I've played a Sparky here, so I just want to show you how I beat a Sparky. Now, this is a very standard deck for me. As you guys know, I run this deck quite a bit, which is basically it's a Valkyrie push. A lot of people don't really expect it, so they don't really plan to counter it. So as you can see right there, the Valkyrie and the minions push straight through a minion horde, and they got to a tower while the archers were basically taking out the minions. So very good strategy in my opinion if you can get the Valkyrie to the tower. It's the same sort of principle as trying to get a hog to the tower. If they get to the tower, they're gonna do some work, but people don't really defend it as much. So as you can see here, he did get my tower right down. He's not played that Sparky yet, and then he plays it, and we're kind of like, okay, we're in trouble. So as you can see, one shot goes and hits the lot. I played that zap really early actually, guys, but the zap is a huge thing for the Sparky. Now obviously if you let that Sparky charge up, it takes 5 seconds to charge up. If you zap it before it charges, the zap makes it lose its charge, and then it has to take 5 seconds to charge up again, which, as you could see there, I had plenty of troops around it, so I was going to kill the Sparky just because I had troops on it. But yeah, so once again he's coming in with his giant, which is a fairly big problem, because normally we run the barbarians, but in this particular deck we're not running the barbarians. So as you can see, once again he's got the Sparky coming over on the far side, he's got the Hog Rider coming on the far side. I played my minions to take care of the Hog Rider because I know he's not got his arrows. Minions are going to go down on Sparky and it's gone. So obviously it can't attack air, but a lot of people run cards to obviously protect that thing, to protect it. So once again we've got this coming down. I could have used my archers to protect the minions, but I couldn't really be asked because I had a feeling he was going to come in with something after that, and I just said, good game, happy days, thanks very much, bye bye. So obviously any flying troop, well, I say any flying troop, any fairly high damaged flying troop, so not really the baby dragon because he's not really got that much damage, but he still can do a bit of damage to Sparky. But 3 elixir minions, the minion horde, any spells, great against Sparky, guys. Um, Most effective spell is obviously the zap, because you can go put a troop down, zap it, and then they'll take it out because of, or zap it, put your troops down and take it out because it needs to recharge. So I want to go ahead and show you this match here as well, because this is a really interesting match in my opinion. It was quite a fun match. I believe, I can't remember if I was or not, but I think I may have changed up the team slightly here, but I don't think I did. So obviously very, very standard for this particular deck. Start off slow with the princess if possible. She's going to do splash damage on the troops. Put down the knight in front to obviously tank a little bit of damage. Watch out for if he plays anything small, but he goes and plays a baby dragon, so we just leave the zap. Go and counter the baby dragon with our minion horde, and we get into his tower. Now he puts down the hut because he needed to get to his arrows, so we know he's got arrows, so obviously we play our archers very slowly, our princess to target his spawner, and let our archers continue to walk forward, get a couple of hits out, but he plays his barbarians. Now we know that he's going to try and kill our princess, so we go get rid of the barbarians with a fireball. Princess takes out the splash damage, and we're back to stage 1. But this time he plays his baby dragon way too early. He targets the knight. I zap the knight, the baby dragon, so it actually changes focus to my princess and lets my knight get a couple of hits on the tower. Now, obviously, it wasn't a big deal playing 2 elixir to get 2 shots on a tower, but then this deck is about chip damage, so if you get that chip damage, you're going to win the match. So I play my minions knowing that he's going to use his arrows, but I just wanted to try and get a little bit of damage on that tower. Now, again, princess to take that tower. She manages to get a little bit of splash damage. She fires just as another goblin comes out of that hut, and we leave it at that. We don't bother playing anything else. We want the elixir. He's waiting to see if we play anything. Princess gets 2 shots off. Barbarians are coming in. We fireball. Thanks very much. Good night. Level 9 barbarians. 3 shots from the tower. Game over. Valkyrie with our minion push. They're going to push her down the line. We're going to zap the baby dragon. We're going to get on that tower. He's going to play his minions. We're going to play our princess. Princess is going to take out the minions because he's already played his arrows, so he can't stop the princess. And we're going to take out that baby dragon with just a little bit of damage. Straight away, we're going to put down the Valkyrie with the goblins. The princess is over in the far back. The fireball to take out the tower. The princess is over. The zap to take out the barbarians without losing our Valkyrie. And the princess has got 1 shot left in her for that baby dragon. Minions straight down again to take on the baby dragon. Minion horde is taken to 1 shot by the thing. We turn around and say good game because we can fireball that tower. So as you see, guys, that earlier zap that I done paid off, because if it wasn't for me zapping that baby dragon and letting my knight go and get a couple of hits on that tower, we wouldn't have just been able to fireball that tower, because instead of having like under 100 HP, it would have had over 270 or 80, and my fireball only does about 220, I believe. Yeah, 208 to a tower, but he would have been a lot more dangerous. So as you can see, we do have a very slightly different deck now compared to what we was running. This is what we was running. So it's just really the Hog Rider that is different. In this one we have the goblins, the Valkyrie, the Knight. Yeah, so it's basically the same deck, but in this one we've got the Hog Rider, in the other one we've got the Knight. But as you can see here, that Knight got 2 hits off on the tower, which means an extra 144 each time, so 288 extra damage. That tower would have been left standing if it wasn't for that knight getting that, putting that zap down on the baby dragon. So just the fact that you can get a little bit of tick damage is great. Now I want to go and show you this match here. Now this is actually against a fellow clan member. Had a couple of friendly battles this morning, and it's just it's obvious it is a win, as you guys have seen, but it's just a good strategy of how you can sort of counter a hog deck fairly good. So obviously we're going for a standard thing over here of the push that I run, but this is where like obviously he goes and things there, but I missed the zap, which was a big problem. So I'm going to take damage here, but I do a little bit crafty, and I put down my princess, which is obviously a good thing over here. So we kind of take 50% damage on our tower, but the princess is doing her job. She's doing really well. We go play the hog rider just as he plays a goblin barrel, and we have to counter with our goblins ourselves. So not too bad, but again we're kind of in a bit of trouble. So we go and play our archers to pull the Valkyrie over, which is she's gonna die. Happy days. We're not too we're fairly happy with that. We put down a well played because we know that we're not going to do any damage to his tower, but we managed to sort of survive and defend. So obviously here comes the hog. He's expecting the minion horde because he was already focused over his arrows. But the problem is with the minion horde, you kind of have to predict them. If you don't predict the minion horde, you're going to lose your troop unless they're a very tanky troop. So as you can see there, the hog rider got one hit off on the tower before his arrows killed him. But same principle again, we're going to go with the Valkyrie, the minions, and as you can goblins, sorry. And as you can see, because the goblins run so quickly, they outrun the minions. So if you've got a zap as well that's available, you can actually get your goblins and your Valkyrie to the tower, zap the minions or zap the tower, like such as this right there. He tried to counter my hog rider with the thing. We miss one minion, guys, but we get some good damage on that tower. Obviously in the meantime we went and took out the opposite tower with our princess, and we kind of just ignored the right hand side. We put down a thanks because we kind of think we were going to get to that tower. We played a little bit cocky, let's say, but the goblins decided to run around my Valkyrie that time and didn't push her through the minion horde. So we didn't quite get to the tower and get quite a lot of damage. He's put down thanks as well, but we're going to go ahead and defend that right there. Put our minion horde down, which obviously was already way too late for him to do anything. But very good game there. It was just a case of I had a little bit better pushing power. That's why I really enjoy this deck. Now that deck right there was this deck right here. I've been using this for a very long time, guys, so I know it quite well. The only difference is you've actually seen me run this deck before, but in the deck that I posted before with this gameplay, I actually used the barbarians. So this was the deck that I had in the video. Now the reason why I had this here is because obviously then you've got the hog rider and the archers for one push, the Valkyrie, the goblins for another push, and for defense you've got your barbarians, so you can defend against royal giants really well. You can defend against hog riders really well, giant peckers, golems, like pretty much any tanky troop, and then the hog rider. Or obviously you're very good against tanking against Sparky because you can put the barbarians down to surround, stuff like that. But recently I've kind of opted to go for the minions instead, just because of the fact of a lot of people at the moment are running the royal giant, and they're going to put in a bomber down right behind it. I'm going to play a game with this one here, guys, but they're playing a bomber right behind it because most people are using the barbarians to tank or barbarians to take him out. So obviously, if you go and play the barbarians, a bomber behind the barbarians, it takes like 3 shots for you. Ooh. He went ahead and missed that, so we're going to go ahead and zap that, get a little bit of damage off on that tower there. We're going to go ahead and again get some damage there, go put down a hog rider over there, and we've managed to get to the tower. So as you can see, he threw everything he possibly had at that Valkyrie and minion, and we're going to go ahead and pull this mini P.E.K.K.A back here, and we're going to go pull this mini P.E.K.K.A over here, and happy days. So once again, we're going to go put down our goblins right behind our Valkyrie. The Valkyrie's going to get over to the tower. He tried countering with a royal giant, and we're going to go ahead and put our barbarians down to take out his royal giant with a little bit of damage to the tower. So as you can see, guys, both the hog rider and the Valkyrie minion push is very good. The Valkyrie minions does even more damage than the hog rider does, so just remember that. If you can get that combination to the tower, go for it. Now, I played that there because obviously I'm not going to be pushing right now because I know that he's going to be saving up for that royal giant. I am just going to be going ahead and doing a little bit of tick damage, waiting for him to play those cards. Let's just go put down our hog rider because we know that we need to get to that royal giant pretty quick. And here we go. Now this is a really good tactic that I like using, guys. I like to do this over here, this over here, and this over here. Now obviously the thing is going to go and get hit by that over there. We're going to have to go and get rid of this guy over here. So let's just go ahead and do this, get rid of that over there, get the Valkyrie in there, he's sending in some minions. We've got the hog rider coming in. We're going to get that fireball in, but we're going to miss that baby P.E.K.K.A. That's atrocious. We're going to miss that mini P.E.K.K.A. But it's okay because obviously we're going to go ahead and put this down here. We're going to zap that like that, and he is going to get the damage on the tower there, but it's okay. That's perfectly fine. We're going to wait for those goblins, and here we go. Let's go put this down here like this. Let's put this over here. Let's put this over here. And then, well, that mini P.E.K.K.A is going to get... No, wow, it didn't even get a hit off, really? Wow, that's atrocious. That is atrocious right there. So we're going to have to go and put this down and this down over here. Let's just go put a princess over here like this. Valkyrie's going to do some work over there. We're going to have to put down this over here for the bomb tower. And then we're going to have to go like this. And let's go like this because he's probably going to play that mini P.E.K.K.A and the Babe Ice Wizard. That time he managed to get a single hit off, which is great. We're going to go like this, like this. He's got a heavy push coming in, but we're going to go ahead and zap that, get rid of that royal giant right there. And he's going to be able to hold us to a draw here, guys, but it's okay because a draw against a dirty royal giant user who is a higher level than us, don't forget, is a good thing. But that's okay because as it happened, guys, having the barbarians in our team that time was a bonus because he would have well, it wasn't because he could have taken us out with his arrows, so he would have had to decide over his princess or the minion horde. He would have started picking the minion horde because the minion horde is the main counter to the royal giant. But the minion horde would have been very good to take out the mini P.E.K.K.A and stuff like that. So not too bad, but obviously he just had the advantage because we couldn't really get to his tower because of the bomb tower, and we were trying to counter that horrendous royal giant. So hopefully very, very soon that royal giant is going to get a nerf because in the last update, obviously everyone knows it got a good range increase. Now, as I said, guys, we're going to start very heavy on this push here. We're going to go down, put this here. We're going to put that down there. We're going to go and zap all of that. The Princess is going to get in and get some work over there. The Valkyrie's going to continue doing some work. Princess is going in with a bit of damage. And the tower is already three-quarters dead. We're going to ignore the Musketeer. We're going to accept a little bit of damage. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to play our Barbarians to take care of that. Archers to take care of the balloon. And we're going to receive a bit of damage from the balloon as well. But it's okay, because we don't mind, because he's completely ignored the Barbarians for a little while. Barbarians are going to get they're going to get a lot of damage on that tower, because the archers are going to take out that the thing. He's got next to no elixir, my friend, and he lost the tower because he played that. And we're just going to go ahead and put down our Hog Rider, because again he has blown all of his elixir trying to get to our tower, and we have 2 towers straight away. So as you can see, guys, he just rage quit the match. But watch this guys. On the King Tower, the 2 goblins, 1 Valkyrie and 1 princess. Watch how quick they take this tower, guys. Obviously I know he's not here now, he left the game, but look at that damage, guys. That just goes to show how overpowered the Valkyrie goblin push is. It is crazy. And as you can see from when I've done before, if people don't react to that push very quickly, it will kill your tower. Very quick. Just watch this replay, guys. Watch this replay of the first 10, what is it, 15 seconds of the battle. First 15 seconds. Because he completely ignores, or at the very beginning completely ignores, that Valkyrie goblin push. Look at this damage over on the right hand side tower. Goblin and Valkyrie. Goblins go and target the tower. The zap to stop his minions, and then the Valkyrie and the goblins. So obviously look at all that damage. 486 damage left on a tower, all the way down from 2,352. We done almost 2,000 damage from what 2 shots from a princess, so that's like 280 damage. All of the rest of it, so like 1,800 damage from 3 goblins and a Valkyrie. That's crazy. So obviously, guys, just check it out. It is so crazy good. You can clearly see there is a lot of counters for a lot of stuff. That fireball is so useful. One can take out barbarians or the 3 musketeers. If you haven't got the princess, you want to bring the 3 elixir minions. Or if you've got them, you want to bring the guards, because the guards are crazy good, because obviously they have shields. But guys, I really hope you've enjoyed the video. Please hit that like, subscribe and share for me, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace on the streets. Peace on the streets, guys.